Why can you remember what you had for breakfast yesterday, but you can't remember what you'll have for dinner tomorrow? It sounds like a stupid question, right? But it's the key to one of the biggest mysteries in all of physics. Why does time only move in one direction? The laws of physics, from the tiniest atom to the biggest galaxy, should work perfectly fine forwards or backwards. So what is the invisible force that's always pushing us into the future and preventing us from ever going back? You're about to find out that this arrow of time isn't a fundamental law of the universe. Instead, it's an illusion. A story written by chaos, and it starts not with a clock, but with a cup of coffee. Imagine you pour a drop of cream into your black coffee. You see it swirl, bloom, and spread out until the entire cup is a uniform beige. You have just witnessed the arrow of time in action. You'll never, ever see the opposite happen, a beige coffee spontaneously separating back into black coffee and a perfect drop of cream. But why not? At the microscopic level, all those coffee and cream molecules are just bouncing around according to rules that don't care about past or future. So what's the secret? The secret is a single, powerful concept: entropy. Entropy is just a fancy word for messiness, or disorder, or the number of ways things can be arranged. Think about it. There's only one way for that cream to be a perfect little drop in your coffee. But there are trillions upon trillions of ways for it to be mixed in. The universe simply favors the path of highest probability. It moves from the rare, orderly state, low entropy, to the common, messy state, high entropy. The arrow of time is the arrow of increasing entropy. Time moves forward because the universe is constantly moving toward a state of greater messiness. It's not a law, it's a statistical certainty. But this raises a mind-bending question. If the universe is always getting messy, how in the world did it start so tidy? This is the next piece of the puzzle, the initial conditions. For the arrow of time to exist, the universe must have started in an incredibly special, highly ordered, low-entropy state. The Big Bang wasn't just an explosion. It was an impossibly perfect seed of order from which all the complexity and all the messiness of the next 13.8 billion years could grow. Our entire timeline, every star burning, every planet forming, every choice you make, it's all just the universe slowly unmaking its perfectly made bed. So let's get this straight. The fundamental laws of physics are time reversible. Run the movie backward, and the equations don't break. This is called Loschmidt's paradox. And if you wait long enough in a closed system, things should eventually return to a state they've been in before. That's Poincaré recurrence. So why doesn't our universe seem to care about these rules? Because of its starting point. The universe's low-entropy birth is the cosmic anchor that gives time its direction. Without that specific once upon a time, there would be no happily ever after, no before and after at all. Everything we experience is just a long, slow, inevitable cascade from that initial, perfect order. So what does this cosmic story of increasing messiness mean for you? It means everything. Think about your memory. Why do you remember the past and not the future? Because your brain records information. It creates ordered neural connections, but this process radiates heat and increases the total entropy of the universe. A memory is a small island of order created at the cost of a larger sea of chaos. The past is fixed because it was a lower entropy state, and we have the records, the information that resulted from its journey into the higher entropy present. This redefines our place in the cosmos. We aren't just passengers on the river of time. Our actions, our observations, our very existence, are part of the current. When we look at the universe, we aren't seeing every single jiggling molecule, we're coarse-graining it. We see the forest, not every individual leaf. We see the creamy coffee, not every molecule's chaotic dance. And in doing that, we create the very patterns we perceive as the flow of time. We are collaborators in the story the universe is telling itself. So, is time an illusion? Yes, but not in the way you might think. It's not that time isn't real. It feels real, and its effects are absolutely real. Your coffee will get cold. You will get older. The illusion is that time is a fundamental, constant, cosmic metronome. It's not. It's an emergent property. An outcome. It's the result of our universe having a very specific origin story, a highly ordered beginning that allows for a messy, unpredictable, and incredibly beautiful middle. The arrow of time is the universe's way of ensuring no two moments are ever exactly the same. It's the engine of creativity, the source of change, and the reason your life is a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end, rather than an endless, looping replay. Imagine a single candle burning in a dark room. The flame is a point of order, but its light and smoke spread out, diffusing into chaos, increasing the room's entropy. You can never perfectly gather that smoke and light back into the flame. The arrow of time is that candle's irreversible march, and our memories are the patterns of smoke left hanging in the air, an imprint of where the flame has been. And that leaves us with a final, huge question. If our memories are just temporary pockets of order in a universe that demands chaos, what does that say about their permanence? Are they destined to fade, or can we, through our choices, create moments of meaning that somehow resist the relentless march of time?